The Myst games were one of my favorite game series when I was growing up, so it should come as no surprise that when I found out that a Myst movie was being made, I got really excited. That was until I found out that the filmmakers had no idea what they were doing. Tonight's drink is a linking book. Look, I actually managed to layer a drink for once. Aren't you proud of me? Oh, that's really interesting. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be, but I'm totally okay with it. It's pretty good. So as I said, I've been a big fan of the Myst games since I was a kid. I played the first two games, Myst and Riven, with my dad and my brother, and I still have the old journal that you're supposed to keep notes in for solving the puzzles. I've also played the third and fourth one, although I didn't really finish Revelation. I got distracted by schoolwork, I think. But out of all of them, the third one is my favorite. I think it's just a really gorgeous game. The designs of the different ages are just so cool. Now, what makes the Myst games really unique is that they integrate live-action actors with computer-generated backgrounds, making it almost feel like a movie. And the thing that's really awesome about Exile is that the actor who plays the main villain, Sabidro, is none other than Brad Dourif, the voice of Chucky, Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that creepy motherfucker. He's like the one actor who is guaranteed to creep me out whenever he shows up on screen. And I think Exile is the only game where you can actually be killed by the main villain, which was terrifying the first time it happened. So having Brad Dourif in Exile just added a whole nother level to the experience of playing the game. Now, around the time that I was playing Exile, I found out online that two indie filmmakers had gotten the rights from Cyan Worlds to adapt Myst into a movie. However, they weren't actually working from the games. They were working from a series of books that had been written that were sort of like a prequel to the game series, or more specifically, they were working from the Book of Tiana. Now, I had read the books, so I bought all of them. This is all three of them. To be honest, it was kind of a boring book. There wasn't a whole lot of tension or action, and the drama felt really stale. So I was kind of wondering how they were going to amp that up for the movie. Now, the filmmakers had a blog they were running to help keep fans updated on where the script was at. And they also made a short little storyboard trailer that was okay. That reminds me, I did say I was going to make a storyboard trailer for Nethergate, didn't I? Forgot. So I started following along the blog just mostly because I was curious. And then one day they posted a new update saying that they were getting really close to finishing the first draft of the script. But they happened to mention how long the draft was at that time. 500 pages. Now, at that time, I didn't know a whole lot about screenwriting, but I knew enough to know that 500 pages was completely unacceptable for a script. A screenplay is supposed to be between 90 and 120 pages because one page generally equals 1 minute of screen time. So at 500 pages, that movie would have been roughly 8.5 hours long. And the real kicker was these guys kept saying they were having trouble cutting down the size of the script because they wanted to maintain the essence of the book. Now remember, I read the book. It wasn't that interesting. Definitely not enough there to flesh out into an 8-hour movie. So trying to be a helpful person, I left a comment on their blog trying to explain as nicely as possible why 500 pages was way too long. In fact, I just finished writing the first draft of Spark of Honor and it came in at 128 pages, which is still way too long. I know I'm gonna have to cut this down, but at least it's done. So guess what happened after I left that helpful comment on their blog? I got attacked. Not just by the fans who were following the blog, but by the filmmakers themselves too. After that, I just stopped following them completely and actually kind of forgot about the movie. A few years later, out of curiosity, I looked up the movie again to see where it was at. Turns out, Cyan Worlds had taken back the rights for the Myst movie from the filmmakers due to creative differences, which probably means that Cyan finally figured out that these filmmakers had no idea what they were doing. Sorry, I can't help but feel like this was complete and total karma. Somehow, these guys got the rights to a Myst movie and they let it go to their head. It's just a great lesson in remembering to maintain humility. If you act like you know more than you do, it will come back and bite you in the ass. And perhaps Cyan should probably be a little more careful about who they pick to adapt Myst into a movie. Although I did hear that Legendary and Hulu got the rights to make a Myst TV show a couple years ago, but I haven't heard anything since then, so who knows where that is. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to hit subscribe if you did. I would really appreciate it. And I upload new videos every week on Friday. I feel like I need to figure out a different way to say this, but I believe that everyone has a story to tell. I want to tell you mine, and I want to help you tell yours. Bye!